All right, so I've been MIA with webisodes, but that's because I've been busy with work, moving into my new apartment, which explains the empty background and random boxes on my floor. My dad came to visit 1 week, and then my brother, cousin, and their 2 friends came to visit, which sadly, they left yesterday, but I'm back on my game, and today I am talking to you about why I don't hold grudges. A couple weeks ago, I randomly messaged someone that I was not on the greatest terms with back in college. She randomly popped up on my Facebook, and I felt the need to message her because we hadn't spoken years. Although I knew it probably didn't matter because it had been so long, I realized it always secretly bothered me in the back of my mind that if we ever saw each other, we would probably walk on by like we were never friends, and that's not something I wanted to stay with me. In summary, I apologized for my immature ways and was so relieved when she replied and said that we were all immature and apologized as well. She lives in Chicago, I live in LA. I really don't know when and if we will ever see each other again, and some are probably wondering if that's the case, then who cares? But for as long as I can remember, I really don't like being on bad or awkward terms with anyone. Why? Because life is too short to be angry or upset about something that won't matter to you 5 years from now. We both couldn't remember exactly what the issue was before, and that just goes to show how the grudge we had towards each other back then was stupid. Sadly, we cannot live forever, and whether it was her or anyone else I was ever on bad terms with, I wouldn't be able to live with myself knowing if something were to happen to either party, the last memory they had of me would not be a good one. So since my move to LA, I have fixed things with anyone that I left with on a bad note, which in my defense was not a lot, it was only 4, and it is honestly one of the most amazing feelings in the world. Now, I already know that some people are going to think that there are things that are unforgivable, which is true to a certain extent. Just because you forgive doesn't mean you have to be best friends. It's just that when you don't forgive someone, it eats at you and affects you more than it does the person who did wrong. So when you do forgive, it's more so of a huge weight off your shoulders. So today I challenge you to patch up things with at least one person that you're not on good terms with. But if it's just that bad where you don't want to say something, at least find it in your heart to forgive them. We've all made our share of mistakes and have been forgiven at least once in our lives by God and hopefully someone else. So forgive because you've been forgiven.